Are you driving without a seatbelt?
Mate, does it look like we're in motion? Right? I think the law states that you got to wear the seatbelt while in motion in a vehicle.
A criminal.
Seatbelts buckle so we can be safe.
Mr. Donovan, today we're going to be vlogging. Oh. How you feeling, Donnie?
Fantastic. What else are we missing, lad?
I don't know. What are we missing? Going to the dump some junk off, but we got our grease gun, got all our service supplies.
Is there grease in the grease gun? You didn't ask.
I think there's enough to do what we got to do. First stop, we got to go to the dump and dump off some junk. So that's where we're headed now.
We are gonna service this beautiful contender with some HPDIs.
150 HPDIs.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do a full service with the water pumps. We need to clean out the VSTs actually. So we're gonna pull the VSTs, clean out the fuel filters in the VSTs.
Mm-hmm.
And we were actually here the other day because there was a running issue, and we'll show you that in a minute how we found this, but he's got a bad coil, and so we're gonna swap that coil out.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much the gist of today. Thermostats, gonna do the thermostats.
Full service.
Full service.
Yeah.
All right.
First step, where's the dipstick?
Okay, so we've got one issue here where we've got nothing here, a little leak, but fortunate for us, we've actually can get to the fill, so we can pop this cap off here.
Do we have?
So we're going to have to pop that cap off. We're going to need to get our ketchup bottle, which I don't think we have that here, but we'll get our ketchup bottle and put a little hose on it to go in there and do that.
Oh, you can drop it there.
We've got this trimmed up. We undid the manual release valve over here with a screw. It's this little screw thing right here. We just undid that, and I say we, Donnie.
You speaking French now?
We picked this up, stuck this hammer right here just enough where we can get our fluid in there to get to that, so we can put some fluid in there, hit the trim button, and hopefully suck in all the fluid to get this thing to start trimming again. And then once we get it trimming again, we'll have to look and find out where our leak is coming from to see where all of our fluid leaked out. But we're gonna try and fill that up real quick, trim this up so we can keep going. Hear the hammer? Well, have you knock out service stuff while I do something that's pretty interesting that I just noticed is that these O-rings here were in these filters right there on top. So they don't normally come with those O-rings, but I'm going to go ahead and put these back in there just because obviously somebody's been in here before and they put them in there for some reason, so I'm going to put them back in the way they were, just so we don't have any problems that we don't know about. Found a joyful treat here. Brand new filter. Got a 3213. Nice Parker Raycor. And if you can see in here, see if I can't get the shot, but the threads did not get drilled or cut into the filter head. So this will not screw on to the filter head or filter head bracket because there's no threads here. There's like the lines where they should have been cut, but there's no threads on this filter. So that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna be taking these VSTs off. This right here is pretty crucial on these engines. This is a Chinese finger trap thingy-majigger that you gotta push in on the hose. So you're gonna put some needle nose right here, push in on the hose, and that black tip will go up in. That black tip will go up into there, and you'll be able to pull the hose off. This little plate here, 2 bolts, that thing will come off. Disconnect the pumps. Get these wires out of here. This right here has a clip where this wire goes over. Right here, these 2 bolt connectors, and then the rest of these little hoses. So we'll pull that off. But we found that this coil right here is bad because we'll show you when we pull these plugs out in a minute. And what told us that this plug was bad. Then we tested the coil, to make sure 100% that the coil is bad, and it is. So how did we figure out that this coil is bad, Donnie?
Well, I'm going to show you what the spark plug looks like. You can see that.
Now what's another spark plug look like though? See, this one looks really, really clean. Granted, it's a little dirty because we just messed with it and we've had it out before, but looks really clean. And when we compare this one to another plug,
yeah.
What's that telling us, Donnie?
I believe this one's getting washed out. Nothing's happening in there. It's not sparking.
So if it's not sparking, why is it white like this?
Because the fuel's cleaning it.
Okay. So
It's not burning. It's just spraying on it, cleaning it.
All right, sweet. So they call that whitewashed. So that tells us that it's not sparking. And then we went ahead and tested the coil just by basically swapping leads between the 2 coils and swapping the primary lead coming in here. They call this the secondary lead, and this is the primary side. So primary coming in, secondary going out of the plug, the coil. And we tested everything, and it is the coil. It doesn't look that good anyway, so Donnie's gonna swap that out.
See, look at that. Brute force will do the trick every time. Totally. That's beautiful, isn't it?
Alright, baby.
Alright, so that'll go there.
Ooh, Donnie did a good job right here getting that coil on there, looking nice, all brand new. Got it slid down in there. Those things to keep it off the block, put on there. We do need to go put these last 4 in here, but I want to show you something with this filter here. A lot of times these things are to where you can't even move them at all. So what I do is I just hold it up like that, hold it with 1 finger, and take just a screwdriver to kind of get it started, and then you can then come in and turn it with your hand. This is actually kind of disappointing how clean these things are. A lot of times they're pretty dirty, but this is actually pretty spotless. We're still going to change the filters, but I mean, the inside of these VSTs is super clean. Even the fuel that came out looks great. These are actually in really, really good shape. we'll still go ahead and change the filters out in here since we're already in here, and that's what we wanted to do, was change all these filters. So we're gonna go ahead and do it. Pretty surprised though. It's awesome. Really clean. Really clean. That's good. The other VST is very similar to the port side and pretty clean, actually extremely clean. There's a little bit of junk down there, but screen a little dirty, not too terrible, but got that black like silver shine to it. Hey, you ain't got no fishing line, that's good.
Here you are. Alright then.
There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh,
Weakest man in America.
Just trying to get a pump in, my bad.
Hey, yo.
What did we find here, Donnie?
I think we found a beach.
Oh, yeah. He got a little shallow, huh?
Just a little bit.
That other one over there also has
Oh
some
my goodness, look at this.
Packed in there, huh?
Yeah. We're probably gonna have to take these out. Oh, let me see if that'll come off. I got my...
Oi. Do you think you could lend me a rag?
Oh, never mind. I got it. There we go. Yeah, that's the thing about working on two-stroke. Everything gets all black and dirty.
No. My shirt.
Oh, dude. Don't fall back into that lower unit. This one we've got to take because we got to get this Woodruff key out so we can check the drive shaft seals, and the collar and everything was stuck on there so hard, but you'll see that in the other video. Go ahead, pull it off. I'm off. You good to go, bro?
Oh, you got that out?
Yeah.
Wow. You're one step ahead of me, aren't you?
Yeah. Tip it up and just get rid of all that sand.
Jeez, man.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
Bit in the exhaust too.
Really?
A little bit.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I could. Yep, you can see it down there now. Huh. Alright, so we'll take these and go mess with them at the house, because we're probably going to need to do a an actual change the cup and everything, because all that sand stuff in there probably ate all that, cut the metal up, the shells.
Yeah.
Alright, beautiful. Oh, there it went. It's close. Watch your fingers.
Yeah. Is it salvageable?
No. Need to replace it.
Swap full.
And this is now screwed though.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Look how old that ring is.
Look how what?
How old that impeller is.
What do you mean how old it is? How can you tell? Is it wearing?
Look on the inside.
Oh. Oof. Got creases in it. It's an old man.
There you go.
Got all kinds of wrinkles in it.
I'm gonna put this other VST on, and then we'll have to go and deal with these lower units and these Woodruff keys. All right, we got our lower units loaded up to go deal with those. We'll take our props with us. Gonna trim these up real quick so Donnie can hit all of our grease points with the grease gun. Pretty simple. There's one here and then one right here on each one of the engines, and outside of that Or is this on this side? Nope, it's that side. So, that's probably good. It only needs like one pump per thing. And then that right there, see, these haven't been done in a while. Somebody has not. The last person didn't hit him at all. That's okay. Also, you want to make sure you kind of grease these handles right here. There's a grease point there. So here, hit this handle real quick just so I can show it, and then we can move on.
Where at?
Right there.
Is that it?
Yep. Stick that down on there. Boom, that's good.
Over here. Over here. Come on.
Now here on the port lower unit, this one's got a good spring. Basically we just stick a screwdriver in there and run around to check this spring, make sure there's no rust on it. And once you check that out, if there's no rust or anything, that seal's good to go. Also, this top seal cover right here is in good shape. You flip this up like this, and as long as it's not separating, then that's good to go. So we can put some grease on that, put the top seal cover on there, put the water pump on there, and this one will be good to go. It looks like somebody has been in here and recently done this one. It wasn't near as rough as the other lower units water pump and shift shaft and everything like that. Everything was this one, but this one had all that shells and everything on there, so maybe someone went in there and changed it or something, I don't know. But we're gonna clean all those shells out there, put the housing on there, and then put this back on the engine. I'll go ahead and pull that lower unit out and get the Woodruff key out and check that one.
I was gonna say, what have you done?
I didn't do that. This was like that when I got here, actually.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's what they all say.
Somebody's broken this off and they just left it in there. These do break very, very often, so once you break the heads off, usually you can just come in here with some vice grips. And get this thing to turn. It's hand tight. Huh. Awesome. Oh, so there you go.
All right then.
One thing on these engines that you want to do is check up in here while you got the lower units off. As you see all this buildup that's on here, you want to stick a pick or something up in there and make sure there's not a buildup of grease, because if there is, what happens is you'll pack that full of grease, and then as the grease builds up and builds up and builds up, it'll stiffen up your shifting, so then your shifting will be hard, even if you do, you know, have all this grease and stuff on there and you got brand new cables, whatever. If it builds up junk inside there, it'll shift hard. So we got this all greased up. You just won't want to have any grease on the top. And as long as you don't have any grease on top of the shift shaft, then that's the best way to make it happen. So Donnie's going to stick this up here, and then I'm going to put the zip tie on the pitot hose and cut it off. Okay, when you're putting these up, you want to make sure that that shift shaft right there goes into a little slot, and that's kind of hard to see, but you want to make sure it's still in neutral. Still in neutral, and that's how you know that your shift shaft hit. And then also what we can do is hop up in the boat, shift the handles, and then move the prop shaft to make sure that it did go in the hole right.